1. The voice on the baby monitor expanded. When my wife and I had our daughter, we bought one of those fancy baby monitors with both video and audio. I was obsessed with setting it up perfectly because I'm a new dad and admittedly paranoid about everything. The monitor worked great at first. I'd sit in the living room after putting her down, watching her tiny chest rise and fall, sometimes zooming in to check if her blanket had slipped. Most of the sounds were normal, her occasional whimpers, the soft rustle of the crib sheets, sometimes the house settling. Nothing unusual. But then, maybe 2 weeks in, I noticed something strange. Around 3 a.m., the monitor would click on by itself. Normally, it only turned on when it detected noise. I'd hear this faint static, like a radio between stations, and then, clear as day, a voice. Not mine, not my wife's, not even something that could be mistaken for the TV downstairs. It was low, deep male. And it sounded like it was right there in the room with her. At first, I convinced myself it was interference. Our neighbor's house is close by. Maybe I was picking up one of their baby monitors, or even a walkie-talkie. I didn't tell my wife because I didn't want her panicking. The first time it happened, the voice was murmuring, too faint to make out. The second time, though, I swear I heard it say, "Shoo, go back to sleep." My blood ran cold. I raced upstairs, bat in hand, flung the door open, and of course, she was asleep in her crib, perfectly fine.
No
one else was there. I searched the closet, under the crib, even the crawl space. Nothing. My wife thought I was paranoid when I told her, but she humored me. She checked too, and when she saw nothing, she laughed nervously and told me to relax. But then it escalated. A week later, the voice came back. Only this time it was clearer, stronger.
It
wasn't whispering, it was speaking, and it wasn't talking to her.
It was talking about me. I
froze when I heard it say, "Daddy's coming." The hair on my arm stood up. I ran upstairs and, as soon as I opened the nursery door, the monitor went silent. She was fine, fast asleep, but I couldn't shake the feeling that someone had been there a second before me. The final straw happened 2 nights later. The monitor clicked on again at 3:12 a.m. This time, the voice wasn't soft or faint. It was firm, deliberate, and so clear I can repeat every word.
It
said, "Don't worry. Daddy's here." The problem? I was standing in the hallway outside her room. At that exact moment, listening through the monitor in my hand. I didn't go inside. I couldn't.
I
stood frozen, staring at the closed door, terrified of what I'd find if I opened it. The next morning, I tore the monitor apart. I ripped every wire, smashed the camera, threw the whole thing in the trash. My wife thought I'd lost my mind, but I couldn't explain to her how wrong it all felt. We haven't had a monitor since. I check on my daughter the old-fashioned way. Now, quietly peeking into her room, making sure she's breathing. And yet sometimes when the house is silent, around that same hour, I swear I hear a faint click in the baby's room, like a monitor turning on.